Now, breaking up. I'm assuming that you don't break up with somebody, on a whim. There has to be something, there has to be a thought process before you. I'm just speaking from my experience. I don't know about you guys. Unaweza kama wewe mnaamka, you wake up one morning and you're like, you know what, it's over. I'm done. But, it's usually a thought process about what's going on, how do I feel? You evaluate the pros and cons. Do I want to be in this relationship? Do I want to live? And then you make a decision. And then you present your decision to the other person like, hey, listen, it's not you, it's me. I don't want to do this, anymore. But at the same time, there's a time and place for everything. There's no way you're just going to break up with somebody on the day of their mother's death or on the day of their mother's funeral. As in, they're just occasions that are inappropriate for a breakup with somebody else. Have you broken up with somebody and then you're like, maybe I should have waited like one more week before I broke up with them?
I've been broken up with during an exam.
Like
when I say during, I mean like during an exam.
That's cruel.
When the exam was about to start, bro. No, people are over here revising. We're over there, group discussions. And the only thing they're hearing from Kathomi's end, oh my God, Aki Abby. Abby has had so many of these, and Kogo. Anyway, on the day of the exam, instead of us focusing and cramming the multitudes of pages that we have to get through, Kathomi is over there going like, I can imagine.
He said it's over.
Imagine. And the whole exam, you're just depressed, you're just sad, you can't focus on anything else.
Sorrows.
I still got straight A's on all of those exams, but still, that was some messed up stuff. Imagine all the other people I made fail. Imagine, what are you gonna tell them? What are you gonna say?
It's very
During
wicked.
an exam, or just before an important interview, you're like, hey, yeah, I'm really happy for you, power to you. However, you and I can't, I'm glad your career is going on well, but like, our relationship is not. So like, I'm done.
You win some, you lose some.
An important appointment, an important client meeting, please.
Can you investigate before
the room, buana.
And I had mentioned earlier, like before a funeral, but I do have a reason for why most men, and I'm saying men, why most men dip during very hard and emotional times. And when somebody explained it to me like that, I kind of understood. Sometimes you've known this person for what, like 3 months, it's talking stage, it's gradually getting into a relationship, you're getting to know each other, and then something tragic happens to them. Tragic. Bado mko honeymoon phase ya relationship, but something tragic has happened to them, and they're dealing with all of these emotions and all of these traumas, and all of these things are happening, and you're supposed to be the pillar now. You're my boyfriend, you're my man, you're my partner, so I expect you, there's this expectation of, you're going to help me out through this process. So I understand when men dip, because you're also inflicting this trauma and all of these problems and all of these emotional baggages on them that they were not looking, they were going about their day, and then you call them.
What if their mom died?
Huh?
What if their mom died?
I'm speaking about why people dip. I'm giving an example.
I get it, but it's
so you just giving this person emotional baggage can be a reason why they dip. But we never see it from that perspective. We're usually just thinking they should have stayed. Imagine he dumped me after my mother died, or while I was making funeral arrangements for my mother, or she dipped when I was in hospital from a car crash. She was your 2 weeks girlfriend. You expected her to be, okay, I'ma support you. It's good when they do that.
No, but like, here's the thing, my reasoning especially with that. There's a difference between emotional dumping. That's very different. Emotional dumping versus dealing with things, because these are stumbling blocks. Life is just like that. Or you're dating someone and they immediately lose their job. You dipping at that moment feels like, yeah, I don't want to be here because there's all this going on. I mean, life does have its own series of many myriad of issues. However, I feel like the loss of a member, unless it was like 3 weeks or like 1 month in, 3 months, I feel like, surely people get married in 3 months. All I'm saying is, you don't have to be fully present, but you need to give them a bit of space as well. Space is different from like fully dumping someone, because now they're mourning two losses. Emotional dumping, on the other hand, is different, where they've had so much trauma in their lives, and guess what, you have come right as they are about to like get out of it. So now you're getting, oh, my father left, my uncle, by the way, he even beat me. You know, you're getting all of these things. It's a compilation of many things, many emotions, many traumas, and then it's just being dumped on you. I think that's where I kind of differ with that particular one. Yeah.
Trauma is also a thing to dump on somebody.
Yeah.
Imagine, I
Emotional dumping, yes, that one I agree with.
not even trauma. Imagine
See, emotional dumping is
your 2
trauma
weeks boyfriend
and drama and all of these things.
your 2 weeks boyfriend has gotten into a ghastly car accident.
2 weeks.
Kuna
Your
your 1 month boyfriend has
1
gotten
month, yes. I was 3 months, 6 months.
me. I sign
Kazana.
up for better. You're for
Kazana.
worse. For worse,
Hey, Kazana, pambana na
itakuwa na
hali.
conditions. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
But at the same time, there are people who are so maniacal. It's so mean. They will dump you when you're celebrating something, especially your birthday. Because amekuangalia akakusomea 18. Anafikiria, babe, birthday, what are you getting me for my birthday? And you know the whole bill is coming on you. What are we doing for my birthday? What do you mean, what are we doing for your birthday? Babes, it's your birthday. I just met you. What you mean? What you mean? But at the same time, it is your birthday. So I don't know that that's like the best time to dump someone. Because it's giving the same energy as your mom just died or your parents just died. Parents, grandparents, different. Okay, that's, you know, immediate family is different from me. But yeah, on your birthday, imagine. And now you will forever celebrate your birthday remembering that Jerry broke up with you that day. It's really painful.
Or the festive season.
Yeah.
Kwanza Hallmark movies. Hallmark movies have me on a
Gosh.
chokehold. You know, that girl who never celebrates the festive season or Christmas because it coincides with the time of her breakup and she was so heartbroken, she became the Grinch. Please, don't break up with somebody on Christmas. Birthday ya Yesu. Why are you wicked? Don't break up with somebody on Christmas or New Year's. Imagine, you cut off somebody. Let me tell you, if you're going to cut off somebody, cut them off in November so that they can heal, celebrate Christmas, and start the new year afresh.
Yes.
But it doesn't really make sense for you
Best
to cut
time
me off
to break up with someone.
January the
November.
1st.
Na see November 28th. No.
November
We're talking about
ikianza
November
huko.
1st.
October ikiisha.
Hiyo wiki ya kwanza. Please.
Hiyo ndio cut
Are you
off.
kamots?
Cut off period.
Yes.
You just can't.
God.
Can't be the person-
January.
The reason somebody became an alcoholic during the festive
Hey.
season, it doesn't make sense.
Hey.
I'm seeing families
Yeah.
in restaurants celebrating Christmas, and me, I'm weeping because my 7-year boyfriend said, "Turus,
Imagine.
adios."
Imagine.
Don't be a wicked person.
You'd made plans for the holidays. That's the worst one. You know, at November 1st, you've not made any plans. You've not made like holiday plans. You're not traveling. You've not told everyone in your whole community, by then my boyfriend is coming. November 1st. The final day, you could break up with someone
Your
November
cut-off
7th.
period.
7th. Ama hiyo wiki ya kwanza. You know,
After
sometimes-
that, mufanye hiyo mambo
Please,
the next
can
year.
you please, can
Yes.
you come out? Can you come out? What kind of nonsense? Another one is really, truly, and I think this one we've kind of hammered on quite a bit, when they're going through a hard time.
Yeah.
We're talking about stress. We're talking about, you know, they just realized through therapy that they may be a mess. And now they're kind of going through that whole period of figuring things out. You know, that's not the best time to leave someone because you're probably going to make it worse than it is. Turi has just mentioned alcoholism. A lot of these things actually happen when you're going through a rough time and then someone, you know, breaks up with you, because now you've added to the stress, to what they were already dealing with. If they are going through a difficult time at work, because oftentimes there's a lot of chaos that happens at work, and you will find that maybe that's the season where everybody hates them. There's always that season in every organization where everybody has decided they will hate you now and you have nowhere to go, and the only place you can go for release is just your partner. And every time you come home, you're like, babe, today they did, and that's when you're like, hey, baby, because then you baby, me, I can't. I'm not a therapist. That's the day you dip. Please don't leave people when they're going through an insanely hard time. Just, it's okay to suffer through with them. And then after they're on the other side, pure one be, you know, me, I've helped you. Now I need help myself. Can I please exit the chat for quite a bit?
It's
We will
overwhelming.
talk about it once they're on the other side. But please don't, I don't know. Imagine.
It really is a lot. So please be mindful, because I do understand sometimes, unless it's a situation where it is toxic to you and harmful to you. If you're receiving any type of emotional, financial, physical abuse, deep anytime, hata kama ni birthday yake, na siku unapata opportunity, get out, leave immediately. But if it's, you know, something that you can break up in 2 weeks, okay? Unaweza vumilia for 2 more weeks. And I do understand that life is short, but also be the type of human that is considerate about other people. It's not always about you. The world does not revolve around you. There are other people on this planet, so be mindful of them. Don't be the reason. Don't be someone's 13th reason, is all I'm saying. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, and unless you also feel like it's manipulation, because we have seen this happening a lot, and not just in movies, in real life, where someone knows that you're about to break up with them, because some people actually do know when you're about to break up with them, and then they start bringing out all of these things. Oh, my mother died. Oh, my uncle died. You will see, you can tell, but you will feel the manipulation, and a lot of people have fallen victim of these situations where someone knows you're about to break up with them, and there's even a whole movie about this. They know you're about to break up with them, and so every single week, every single time you're like, hey, we need to talk, you tell them something tragic that has happened. And now they're constantly trying to just be in your life to help you. 2 years, 4 years, all you're doing is healing, because you can't find the right time to tell this person.
I will write you a note.
Thank you. But not everyone has the confidence or the courage to do it. So if it starts to feel manipulative, if every time you're trying to tell this person, hey, let's have a chat, they bring something tragic or something, you know, I don't know, stressful that is happening in their lives, also be mindful so that you don't also get threaded into a very long breakup. You've heard of people saying, I broke up with them 4 years ago. I think we spoke to one of her really close friends, Prishon, and she said it here on the show, that she'd been breaking up with this guy for seriously 2 years. Like 2 years she broke up with him 2 years ago, but he was going through this very tough situation that it took her 2 years. Once the air cleared like this, she was out of that business very fast. And so he's like, why don't you miss me? Why don't you? She's like, okay, I'm so sorry, but I broke up with you 2 years ago, babe.
I've just been supporting you.
I've
been an understanding girlfriend.
I have healed. I have gone through all the stages of separation, all the degrees. Now I'm fine. So be careful as well not to be manipulated.
True that. Favor is watching us from Vihiga. Did we read Darcy's? Yes, Darcy is also tuned in. We said Shiko Wazimaman was also tuned in. Chide was also tuned in. Thank you so much for being a part of this experience. That's what we're going to be calling this show. It's an experience.
It really is.
There was this show growing up where they used to say, if you didn't see it here, it probably never happened. So that shows my age, yeah? If you didn't see it here, it probably never happened. So thank you for being a part of this, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely. My name is Kathome. Please catch me on my socials as well. See you tomorrow. Bye.